Good morning, everyone. And a very, very special good morning to Freya, the failed assistance dog that lives on carrots and fingers by the look of it. But I love a failed assistance dog because it probably brings even more joy to everyone here. Freya, yeah, I can see why she failed. I've got a front row seat to this beautiful animal. Anyway, Freya, you behave yourself. Everyone else, welcome. Very warm welcome to you all. To the Clive Austin Conference Centre and, of course, up in the Blunt Conference Centre and out in the community to Royal Rehab's 19th Wall of Fame ceremony. Today's Wall of Fame is being live streamed on Royal Rehab's Facebook and LinkedIn, plus for the very first time, a live broadcast thanks to Ryde's local community radio station 2RRR, which I've just had the privilege with Natalie and Dino of being interviewed on, so I hope they enjoyed that. We got millions of listeners, I would imagine, this morning. Millions. For those of you who I have not met at previous ceremonies, my name's Peter Overton. I'll be your MC today. I'll keep things moving. It's my 9th Wall of Fame ceremony. I'd like to acknowledge my mate Jim Towers. Where are you, Jim? There he is, always in the background, but Jim worked here and got me to come in 10 years ago to host one of these functions, and I've come back every year. So Jim, thank you. It's lovely to see you as well. So let's get things moving. I'd like to invite Royal Rehab's Chief Executive Officer, Matthew Mackay, to pay respect to the traditional owners and ongoing custodians of this land. Thank you.
Thanks, Peter. On behalf of Royal Rehab, I would like to begin today's special ceremony by acknowledging the Wallumattagal people who are the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today. And I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present and future emerging. And please also extend our welcome to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander peoples that will be here with us today or wherever we're streaming across the media platforms. Thank you very much.
Our special guest today, Mr Jordan Lane MP, a warm welcome to you, State Member of Parliament for Ryde, Councillor Penny Pedersen, City of Ryde East Ward Councillor, welcome to you. Our Royal Rehab's Board of Directors, Royal Rehab's Foundation Committee, Royal Rehab's donors, the Wall of Fame ambassadors, I recognise from previous ceremonies, welcome to you all. And also, of course, why we're here today, a huge welcome to our incoming Wall of Fame ambassadors. We have, yes, give yourselves a big cheer. We have received formal apologies today from Royal Rehab's joint patrons, Her Excellency the Honourable Margaret Beasley ACQC, Governor of New South Wales, and Mr Dennis Wilson. They have a prior engagement, so they can't be with us today. The Vice-Regal couple asked that their very best wishes be passed on to all involved in this magnificent event. Her Excellency has still managed to participate by kindly writing a personalised letter to each one of our incoming ambassadors, which they'll receive with their awards. Bit of housekeeping for you. Please have your mobile phones on silent or on off. Toilets are located at the back of the room. In case of an emergency, we can evacuate via 3 exits. Over near the cockpit, the main door's there. The fire exit just behind me, which is over the wings, and via the toilets down there. Please assemble on the right of the sports courts, which are out there, I figure. Would you please welcome Dr Clayton King, the Royal Rehab Brain Injury Service Director and Medical Services Director, to give us an overview of today.
Thank you and welcome everyone. The Wall of Fame has become quite big. And I thank you. We had a lot of trouble fitting everybody in today, and there's people viewing all over the country. But it started, about almost 20 years ago as an idea which came from patients, clients, families who'd had gone through the process of rehabilitation. And the question was, how could we share our experiences and inspire others? And that's where the Wall of Fame came from. And various things were trialled, but the Wall of Fame just hit the mark in terms of being an event where people could share their stories. And that's what we're seeing today. And it inspired other people. And we had, from small beginnings, just a few stories, 6 stories or so to start with. It's built up to hundreds of stories, which are all on the Wall of Fame. And then, extraordinarily, people want to share their stories and people want to hear about the stories of others. And everybody has their own journey after an injury. Everybody has their own journey after an injury. We're seeing that the theme is more than you see, think and feel. Life goes on after a brain injury, and that is the important thing. And life goes on, and the importance of hard work, the knowledge and input of skilled therapists and nurses and doctors, it just starts that journey back into life. I'd like to thank you all for coming today. I'd like to thank Nick Rushworth, wherever he might be, from the Brain Injury Service, the National Brain Injury Association, and I hope you have a great day.
Just over 3 years ago, our next ambassador's life changed big time. Carlos Alves will now share with us what happened to him on the 30th of July, 2020. Would you please welcome Carlos?
Sorry. I probably won't be able to speak.
You haven't for me to. Carlos has asked me to read the speech. Is that okay? Unaccustomed as I am to reading other people's speeches, so
Please.
you can stop me if you don't like something. That's okay.
Before, wow, full house. That's really good. Good morning, everyone. When I ask someone, how are you, and they reply that to me, or reply that, not too bad, mate. I always say, sorry, I don't like this question, because this answer, because it means not too bad means something is still bad. Okay. I always. Sorry. Brain injury.
Carlos, stop.
Would you like me to start? Okay. So we've got a stop system.
Yeah, no, I always say I'm awesome or very good or couldn't be better, superb, because even though it not might be true, but having this mindset, okay?
Would you like me to read your speech? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for this opportunity to share my story with you, the difficulties and victories I've had. I apologise if I become emotional during my talk and cry. This is... Thank you, Naomi. The experienced presenter. Thank you. Thank you. I'll sign up for lessons later. I apologise if I become emotional during... this is one of the effects of my brain injury. Also, I apologise for my voice, as if my vocal cords were damaged by a tracheostomy. And lastly... I don't think we'll go to that one. Too many apologies, I think. Can I skip that bit?
Yes.
Okay. I'm 53-year-old, born in Brazil, and came to Australia in 2011. I love the sea, spearfishing, and endurance sports. And I think this is all appearing on the slides as well. So, back in 2020, I was working in IT in Saudi Arabia, away from my family. So on the weekends, I didn't have much to do. I started entering triathlons and I liked it so much. I entered 3 half Ironmen and was training for a full Ironman event. And it shows, I think. It shows, I think. I went on a training trip which changed my life forever. I went to southwest part of Saudi, which is hilly, to get some fitness for the upcoming race. That day I cycled 66 kilometres with my friends. There were no corners and nothing hit me. But apparently, when I was travelling at a speed of about 72.6 kilometres an hour going downhill, the wind hit me, making my front wheel wobble, causing it to turn violently, throwing me up into the air. So 72.6 kilometres an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have in my watch. It's a Garmin watch. It has recorded all the
They
details.
recorded everything.
Even the place.
72.6.
Even the place I felt down. I had the accident.
My God. While waiting for the ambulance to arrive, one of my friends called his mum, a GP in Britain, who provided life-saving support.
Yeah.
When I woke up, I was in hospital not knowing what had happened to me. I was given only a 10% chance of surviving that first night and had the following injuries: 12 fractures to my skull, 7 broken ribs, only 7,
Only.
a broken sternum, broken shoulder blades and cracked hips.
Yeah.
So-
All this.
So you did a good job. I stayed 1.5 months in a coma and lost 35 kilograms of muscle. It's a good way to lose weight, but I don't recommend it.
Don't try this at home. Don't try
Don't
this
try
at
this at home. Don't try this at home. My beautiful wife was there when I woke up. She had to move mountains to make that happen. During COVID lockdown, she somehow managed to fly from Australia with 20 diplomatic passengers. I don't know how she made it, but she did. The impact on my family was huge. My wife and kids suffered a lot, but I was completely unaware of this.
One second. Again, play again. When there's a play video, you have to click twice. Sorry.
I think that's the IT coming through. I really thought I was on another planet where extraterrestrial beings put me in cylinders, like MRI cylinders, to cure my hips and legs with light. Where did that come from? I don't know, and I can't remember saying that to my wife, but she remembers it. Even my son said, "This is not my dad, this is not my dad. I don't recognise this man."
Yeah.
My wife was in such despair and desperate about my recovery. My feet were so sensitive that I constantly complained, "Please remove my shoe," even though I had no shoes on.
Yeah, no shoes on. Please remove my shoes. Remove my shoes.
My wife said, "There is no shoe," but I kept insisting. My wife commented on this to a friend who gave her the good idea to take a shoe in. So when... That's clever. That's very clever. Yeah. I hope you're taking notes at all. I hope someone's taking it so I can advise other people. I think.
Wait, those are
Yeah.
good.
So take a shoe in so when I asked, she could show you the shoe. That's very clever. That worked for a while until one day I said, "Please remove my boot."
Remove my boot, my boot, my boot.
Yeah, there's please laugh after that line. It took. I'm going to cry now. It's a bit contagious, I think. It took months for me to realise my condition was so bad, and I still don't know the full picture of the damage. I had 2 options: give up or fight. I decided to fight. I never give up on something I want.
Martina.
Now you can press the video now. She can press the video now.
Okay.
I'd been a committee member of the triathlon club in Saudi, so they ran a duathlon.
Wait 1 second.
I've got to wait for the video. How young was that?
Oh, okay. Go
I think
ahead.
she's okay.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to be reading this though.
No, but when play video, you have to wait.
Play video. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Do I have to say play video?
No.
Okay, sorry. So I'm learning as I go here. My apologies. But I've got a good tutor, haven't I?
Okay.
I'd been a committee member of the triathlon club in Saudi, and they ran a duathlon race in my honour to raise money for my family. My friends from all over the world mobilised and expressed their love through donations and prayer.
Yeah.
No. I stayed in Saudi until I got clearance to return to Australia close to Christmas 2020. I went straight to the Royal Prince Alfred Hospital for quarantine and spent Christmas there. I was then transferred to Royal Rehab in January 2021. By that stage, I still had double vision, paralysis on my left side. Quite a long list here. Hypersensitivity to the cold, loss of balance, heterotopic ossification, which is where the brain commands the body to produce bone uncontrollably, particularly around your hips, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Hypersensitive feet, especially my left foot, the one without the boot. My voice had changed. That was mine, I'm sorry. My voice had changed. I was short-tempered, which improved with a lot of medication and training, I think.
Yeah.
I cried easily, but without
As you can
tears
see.
when I'm happy or sad. I lost my sense of direction so much, so I struggled to know where even my house is. As you can see, I had a pretty busy therapy schedule. I liked most of the activities, but the ones I liked most were physio, swimming, and cycling with Bree.
Wait a second.
I'm waiting for the cycling. Is it all right if we move on as well? With these?
No, wait.
Waiting for the cycling. There we go. There's the cycling. With the hand cycle.
Go.
Go now. I also like the group sessions. There was karaoke always on Friday afternoons to finish the week, and my poor fellows had to put up with my awful voice. Oh. One day in meditation session, I fell asleep. Whenever I had a chance, I'd go to the parallel bars in the gym to practice walking without touching the bars until the day I managed to walk all 6 metres without losing my balance. Amazing, which was amazing, truly amazing. And this video was taken of me only a couple of months ago, walking between those same parallel bars.
Hang on.
Well.
My doctor said he'd never seen heterotopic ossification like mine, which is that extra bone around the hips. That's right. I went on to have 4 major surgeries to remove almost 1 kilogram of bone from around my hips. I still have some in my right elbow and shoulders. The one on the elbow stops me to turn my hand with the palm facing up. And as a result of my last surgery on the right hip, my sciatic nerve was overstretched, causing my right foot to drop. And now I have to wear a splint on my right leg for the rest of my life. This has been a big barrier to me returning to driving because I can't move my foot up and down and only push it down. I really want to regain my driver's license and independence, so we'll need to go for assessments including vision, psychiatric and occupational therapy.
Yeah.
My stay in Royal Rehab for about 1 year, when I finally returned home, was simply awesome. Even with all the love of my family, after returning home, I realised how bad I was hit and felt hopeless, so I ended up falling into deep depression. I had this thought which haunted me for 1.5 months of ending my life, which I didn't tell anyone. After starting my autobiography, my depression and despair was replaced with an amazing sense of gratitude and happiness. Gratitude for my life and what I had become. I'm planning to self-publish it on Amazon as an ebook with lots of pictures and videos from my YouTube channel. All right. I only have 61 subscribers. And there might be more since you wrote this.
No, I checked.
And after this, you'll have-
yesterday night. I checked.
You'll have thousands as a result of this.
Millions.
Millions, mate. Yeah, millions. But want millions. Oh, sorry, I fluffed that line. I hope by sharing my story, people realise how good this experience called life is. If I can help someone out of their depression with my book, as it has me, then I will have accomplished my mission.
Oh, wait. Up, 2.
Can we stop there? Is that okay? I think that's a good place to stop. Is that okay?
The acknowledging this, like the last one.
Can I just do the last bit then?
Oh no, that's this one here. Sorry.
Do all those? Oh, okay. I've changed a lot. I'm not the same Carlos from the 30th of July 2020. I don't see life as before. My values have changed so much. I express gratitude every day when I wake up and go to sleep for the day I had and the day that is coming. I say to my darling ones that I love them very often, even though they know that already. My accident forced me to change. It brought me back to my family. I'm not worried about money anymore. I know for sure the universe will provide what I need whenever I need it. This is the definition of abundance, and I consider myself as a very abundant person. I always get what I need the moment I most need it. My relationship with my daughter is now good, whereas before my accident it was poor. Whenever I go out, I try to observe my surroundings, the trees and especially the clouds and sky. After I left the hospital and started hydrotherapy, I started to swim again. I've swum over 103 kilometres since then. I love being in the water as I have no limitations. It's where I'm happy and free. Thank you to Royal Rehab Foundation for this very nice e-bike trainer they funded for me, which I use almost every day. I will never be the same, but that is all right. The important thing is that I'm alive and enjoying life and loving my family and friends. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, the very caring staff and doctors of Royal Rehab. Now I'm ready for my new life. Thank you, Royal Rehab, and all of you. Now we've got the goodie bag.
Bravo, amore.
I think Carlos could become a director at Channel 9 the way he was. Martina. Who's family? Wife. What's your name? Wife. Patricia, you do have a name tag. Patricia, well done. And
Thank you very much. Yeah, sister.
sister, fantastic.
Son.
Son? Where's son? There, hello.
Family there.
Fantastic, welcome.
And daughter over there.
Hello.
Isabella.
Isabella.
And brother-in-law.
Wow,
Yeah.
you filled the room.
Yes.
He filled the room too, didn't he? An amazing story, and you're so much a part of that, you and your family. So, well done to you, because I think it's important we acknowledge not only our ambassadors but the people who support them. So thank you.
So much for your help. Thanks.
And I think it's important at this point to acknowledge all carers. And put your hand up if you're a carer. Come on, don't be shy. And that's family members, exactly, Patricia. We acknowledge you, the staff, the carers. Amazing what you do, amazing. And thank you for what you do. So for those of you watching the live stream or listening to 2RRR, we thank you for your company, because that is where we finish our live stream and our radio broadcast this morning. Well, they're our ambassadors for this year. What a fine bunch of people. Let's give them a huge round of applause.